Guys, it's your girl Renee from Renee's Gardening, and I'm telling you about my first attempt at pressure canning. I was so excited because my job was that I was going to pressure can green beans. So I did all the work, putting all my green beans in my jars, and I put my seasonings in there. I put my lids on, and then I proceeded to put the jars inside this water bath canner. As you can see down here, I have the rack in there, and this is the 23 quart canner. But this is not the issue. Okay, let's go back over here. The issue being that, where do I even begin? Once you put your lid on your top, once you have your jars in your canner and it's starting to boil a little bit, then I put my top on my canner. And the most important thing was you had to bring your pressure canner up to pressure. So my main thing is that I needed this vent right here to start sending out steam, just a continuous stream of steam. So once you saw that the pressure inside your canner was pushing out that steam and it didn't stop, steam didn't stop, then it came back on or it stopped, it was a continuous stream of steam. Well, I saw that. Then once you have that continuous steam coming out of this hole, you're supposed to put your regulator on. And this is what the regulator looks like. This is your regulator. Once you get that steam coming constantly and you timed it for 10 minutes and it just kept the steam, didn't break its cycle, it was just a stream of steam, then you're supposed to put your regulator on top. Okay, once you put this regulator on, then your pressure gauge right here, my gauge is for where I live, is 10 pounds of pressure. So once you put this on, then you had to watch your gauge and make sure that your gauge was reading 10 pounds. Okay, so I'm waiting, and my gauge, my needle on my gauge is not moving. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Maybe I don't have enough pressure buildup. So I waited an additional 10 minutes. So a total of 20 minutes. I'm waiting for this dial to at least move up to the 5 and then get to the 10. And once it got to the 10, you have to keep it at 10 pounds of pressure. It can't go 11, 12, 13. No, it has to stay at 10. And if it goes past 10, you have to adjust your heat in order to keep it at 10. Well, let me tell you, my needle never, ever, ever moved off of the 0. It just stayed there. So I'm thinking that I got the regulator on, and once you put that regulator on, you cannot take it off. Because if you take it off, you're going to have big, big, big problems. So, I wasn't trying to have this pressure cooker blow up in my kitchen. So I just turned the heat off and said, well, I'll wait till this pot cools off and I can take the lid off and I can try to check my regulator. So what I did was that I took the regulator off. I made sure that this little dial here, you could see through it. There was nothing clogged up. And then I made sure I tightened this bolt that goes to my regulator. To my gauge. I made sure that it wouldn't move. It was super, super tight. And in the steaming process, this little nipple they call it, or this little pressure gauge, this thing was supposed to be up when I put the regulator on, and when I was watching for my gauge to start moving, this was supposed to be up, and this was not up. This thing stayed down the whole entire time. So that was another clue to me that something went wrong. So I said, to be on the safe side, don't be touching anything. Just cut the heat off and let this whole thing just cool down, and then I'll be able to take the lid off and then try to assess what my issue was. So I'm going to try this process again because I have all these green beans over here. I've got a total of 5 green beans, 5 quarts, that I'm going to put back in here with my 3 gallons of water. No, not 3 gallons, 3 quarts of water in my pressure canner, and I put a little vinegar so that the liquid and stuff won't make my things, my water in my jars, get real cloudy. So we're going to try this again. As you can see, I have my heat 2 dots before it gets to hot. So that's where I am. I'm going to wait till this pot starts simmering, getting hot. Then I'm going to put these jars back in here, and then I'm going to put my lid on, and then we're going to try to get that steam going again for a steady steam. And when I get to that point, I'll come back with part 2 of this video so you guys can see exactly what I see. We're going to look for the steam for 10 minutes. We're going to see for 10 minutes. I will get the steam going, and then when it's like almost for the 10 minutes to be up, then I'll come back and make a video so you guys can see the steam, me putting the regulator on, and then we're going to watch the dial together and see if that dial moves. Because if I can't get these green beans cooked, then that's just a waste of time. I got the green beans, I put all my seasonings, my chicken stock seasonings in these jars with the green beans. It will be just an epic fail, and I am not a quitter. That's why I am doing take 2, because I am going to get these green beans done. I'm going to get them pressure canned so I can put them on my shelf with my other peaches and all my other things, because I was going to do green beans today, and then I was going to can some rotisserie chickens that I did. So I had a whole day planned, and look what time it is. It is 3:41, and I started at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. And what, have I pressure cooked anything? No. But I am not going to stop until I get this done. So hang in there with me. Wish me luck, because I am going in. All right, I will come back later when the steam is rolling and give you an update on how my green beans are rolling. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, because I need some help. SOS. Serious help. All right, take care, and I'll be back with you in part 2 of did Renee successfully do those green beans. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you soon. Wish me luck.